Hey y'all, and welcome to Life Will Be. I'm your host, Lydia T. Blanco, and as always, I'm so grateful that you've decided to carve out time in your day to be present and to tune in. Thank you. I am currently in the Bay Area, where I am from, and I have been home for about 10 days now. I traveled here for work and business meetings in person at headquarters for my employer. And I also was able to take advantage of being home with my family and my loved ones. This time around, so much seems different. And I think it's attributed to the space that I'm in mentally, spiritually, emotionally, financially. And I'm so grateful for that. I realized that this time around was so different because I had no agenda. Now, granted, I opened up by saying, yes, I did come for work. But when it came to my family, I did have plans. And I realized how important it was for me to drop the agenda. You're probably wondering, okay, so what did you set out to do? I had this elaborate dinner planned for some of my family members. And I thought I was going to do all these things like send out an invite and tablescape. In conversation with my therapist, I realized I needed to be intentional without having to be so planful. When I'm planful at times, I realize that I can become very controlling of the situation. I admittedly share that with you all because it's a very real experience that I had. I want things to be as perfect as possible. You've probably heard me say I'm a recovering perfectionist, but when it comes to hosting, baby, have you seen that video of the man acting like his mom and he's doing everything forensically around the house and he's like, it can't look like anyone lives here? That is me, okay? I'm not even gonna lie. That is me 1,000,000%. I'm so proud of myself though because I was able to come home and just be where my feet are, slow down because I'm not in New York City, be attentive to my family's needs. God is so faithful. The way that He's allowed me to show up in this mind, in this body, and be a presence. Okay, now I'm not saying I'm not God. Excuse me, I'm not God, excuse me. But just showing up with the lightheartedness, minding my business, having taken care of myself, it really has made room. There are so many different things going on in people's lives, and being able to be home and be empathetic, emotionally mature, spiritually regulated, just regulated across the board, has made a difference. My family is so dynamic, and I've been able to see a handful of family members, some on repeat. I really have had to take that in. Something happens when you extend an invitation, but you have no expectations. The last episode or the episode before last, I spoke about how it's not them, it's your expectations. I've been practicing that, even with the family dinner, extending the invitation, but not having any expectations. The menu changed. I began to free flow and everything came out great. One thing that has blown my mind while I've been here is experiencing my family members go through life, their relationships, age, and that really show up. I'm so grateful to be able to hold and console people when they're crying, to listen, to be able to challenge and be quiet in moments where that's necessary too. At 36 years old, I am like, wow, I have come a long way. I am forever grateful for this time around because of who I have been able to show up as. And if I'm being honest, I have surprised myself as well. I know that's God. I know that is growth, that is therapy, that is coaching. It's the moments that I spend with myself when I long to be closer to family and friends. Y'all, I've also had a lot of fun. Okay, I've gone to amusement parks, done mud baths. I don't know why I'm pluralizing these activities. I went to the amusement park and did a mud bath once while I've been here in the Bay, but it has been so thrilling. I have felt alive. I have felt cared for and safe, and it has felt good. So many of us have our personal relationships to home, and while perfection isn't the standard in many of those settings, right? And I don't think that it should be. It's important to come home. It is important to heal your relationship with home, to pour into the relationships that you have nurtured over the years. Know what boundaries to have set in place, but renew your enthusiasm about home. You know, for me, setting the table has been extremely important. The table in my heart, the table in my mind, the physical table, and sharing. I value sitting with my loved ones and breaking bread, having coffee, creating a ritual out of it. There's something so sacred about that. I feel led to say this right now. If you have been feeling in your spirit that it is time for you to go home, even just visit, go. Go home. You know what experiences you've had and who did what and why you ain't gone and then you listen to somebody. But yeah, I know. I get it. Been there. Hello. I'm here now. But I hope that when you decide to book the flight, get in the car, hop on a train, by boat, whatever your travel means are, that you go with an open heart. I told myself that I was going to be kind to myself because I have been in a lot of transition over the last 3 weeks, moving and traveling, all the things. And for the last 3 months, I have been traveling consecutively within the States. And so that's why I'm not on camera for this episode. And it was so important for me to be consistent, even in my tiredness and with everything else that is a priority for me. But I really felt led to share. I hope that you have experiences that allow you to have a different perspective on what it means to go home, be at home, experience home, and heal your relationship to it. Love on your mother, your father, your aunts, uncles, cousins, your granny and them, and you know who in them include. It is time. And I believe that is the journey that makes it more seamless to come home to yourself because all these things, all these experiences, the culmination of them is what makes us who we are at our core. I truly believe that. I told myself I had 10 minutes in me to be consistent, and I hope that you have gotten something. And if it was what you needed, praise God. Life will be, won't it? Go home, journal about it, write it down, speak it into existence. But remember, how you live your life is your business. Look, that's all I got for you this week. You can always stay connected with me by emailing me at letsworklydia.com. Excuse me, letsworklydia@gmail.com, or by connecting with me on Instagram at lifewillbepod or at Lydia T Blanco directly. There's so much to come, and I say that at the end of each episode, but I am being patient with myself. I am practicing grace and self love and satisfaction. Right now, I am pleased with how things have been going. I look forward to all the guests who are going to join us. Until then, be well, and remember, life will be. Peace.